Lori Betts, welcome to Golden Years. This month we are at Wiant Jewelers on 303 in Brunswick. We are going to go inside and hear all about the jewelry world. Come on back.
I don't remember how it started.
Go to that.
Oh boy.
Our back and forth. It always came back.
Dad!
You probably don't remember what you told me,
That was perfect.
but I heard every word.
You're watching The Bat.
Hi, welcome back to Golden Years. I am interviewing Dave Wiant from Wiant Jewelers here in Brunswick on 303. So Dave, thanks for having us this month.
Thanks, Lori, for coming in. We appreciate it.
Well, we appreciate all you do, first of all, in the city of Brunswick and in Medina County. You say no to no one. So we greatly appreciate all that you do for all our wonderful nonprofit organizations in the county.
We try to help out as many as we can. We can't do all of them, but we do like the senior citizens and the young kids. So we try to focus on those two groups.
That's wonderful. Okay, how did you get started in the jewelry world?
I was working for Dial Industries, which was a part of the state of Ohio, which was a psychiatric hospital workshop, and I was let go after 5 years. One of the companies we did work for was Things Remembered and Coal International. Wayne Cook, who was at Things Remembered, liked me. So when I introduced the person who replaced me, he asked me to do some work for them, higher level than what our clients could do in the workshop. So I'd bring it home, and my wife and my kids, we would do this work. And he couldn't pay me, so he gave me inventory. Then we went to the flea market and sold it to flea markets to get our money back. When I was there, I happened to run into Mark Glassman from Mark's, and I happened to open up his store in Southland as a jewelry store. Then I opened up a store in Great Northern. And I decided if I could open up a store for him, I could probably open up a store for myself. So we worked on putting everything together, and we made the appropriate calls. We moved in here 38 years ago, upstairs in 500 square feet, May of 1986. We decided we needed to expand from there, and we came downstairs across the hall from where we are now. We had 1,000 square feet, but Diane didn't like it because there was no windows and she couldn't see if it was raining or snowing or if it was nice out or not. So we were forced to move across the hall so we could have windows. And so we've been here now for about 21 years in the same location.
Wow, that's awesome. Your history, I've known you for how many years? Probably 30 years plus, and I never knew your background. And back in the day, I used to always shop at that Southland Marks.
I didn't work there. I just worked for Glassman as an outside
But behind
contractor.
the scenes then? Because
Behind
you
the
didn't
scenes.
you didn't show jewelry or
No,
anything?
no.
Okay.
I set up a store. I made all the purchases. I bought all the showcases, bought all his jewelry. He hired all the people to work it. I had the contacts. He had the money. So I never worked in a store for him. I just
Okay.
opened up his two stores. And I closed the Southland store probably 2 months after we opened it up. There was a law at Southland there could only be 3 jewelry stores. He was the 4th.
Oh,
So
wow.
as soon as we got it up and running, he was forced to close it down. So I got the experience of closing a jewelry store very quickly as well.
Wow, that's some interesting history. Never knew that.
You're forced to do what you have to do.
Exactly,
Yeah.
exactly. And kudos for you for going with the business for 38 years. Because especially jewelry, it's not a need,
No,
it's a
luxury
want,
item.
a luxury
It's a
item.
luxury. We've been very blessed. The people of Brunswick have supported us for 38 years. Can't say enough about them. I mean, they've been great to us. And we try and be good back to them as much as we can.
That I'll say kudos to, because you are. You guys are very givers. Okay, so what is hot in the jewelry industry?
Right now, lab-created stones. They're the hottest thing out there. Diamonds have been around for hundreds of years. They had cubic zirconias, which are CZs.
Yeah.
They came up from moissanite about 25, 26 years ago. which they take the chemical composition and put in a test tube and grow it. And you have the same idea as a diamond. It has the same reflective index and characters, but it only has a hardness of 9.5. And probably 6, 7 years ago, they started getting into lab-grown diamonds, where they kind of clone the stone, they grow it in the test tube. It's exactly a diamond. You can't tell the difference between them. They make a specific diamond tester that's about $6,000. But any of the girls in the store can't tell. I struggle to tell what a stone is. If you ask me very quickly, I couldn't do it. I have to spend 5 minutes or so, 6 minutes just looking at it to see what it is, what it looks like on the inside. That's the most popular item we have right now. It's replaced our diamond sales. 9 out of 10 are lab growns. And they're for a lot less money too. You can pick up a 1 carat diamond for a whole lot less money than you can a genuine grown diamond from the ground.
So in today's younger generations, are they going for that type of stone?
Absolutely.
Because they never knew anything about diamonds?
No, it's all a money thing.
Okay.
And they like the fact that you're not destroying the earth to get them out of the ground. You know, they grow them in a test tube, so there's no evasion of the property or ground. Then the price is so phenomenal that most of them, they want to buy a 1 carat, they see the price, they can buy a 2 carat and still save money. And I tell the guys just go out and buy a big screen TV with what they've saved. You know, and everyone laughs, but you know, they're saving enough money they can buy a big screen TV. The TV might cost more than what the diamond did in some cases, depending on how nice of a TV you're buying. But it's just amazing how fast it's taken over. And it's not only in the rings, it's in earrings, it's in pendants, it's everything. Our diamond sales from diamonds mined from the earth are way down. And I don't expect them to come back for a long time.
That's interesting. Okay, what about pearls? Pearls used to be hot at one time.
They were. It's been a number of years since they've been popular again. The pearls did the same thing as what the diamonds did. They have grown pearls in the United States in the Mississippi River, and you cannot tell the difference between the pearls that they grow there and the pearls that come from Japan. Interestingly enough, on this case, like this was one of the first pearls that they came out with that grew in the United States. It's called fresh water, and they're egg-shaped. They're all irregular. As they've gotten better at it, they're all uniformed. So they're all the same size, same color, same everything. It's impossible to tell a genuine pearl from a pearl that's been grown in the United States unless you x-ray it and you look at the nucleus to see how it was made to start with.
Wow.
We're very careful to make sure, as we with our diamonds, that we don't mix them up. We keep them separate, and then we have usually 2 tags on them to tell us that it's a man-made pearl or a pearl grown in the United States versus a Japanese pearl. The Japanese pearls are about 6 times more expensive than the ones from America. And you know, back then, when they first came out, it was very easy to tell the difference. Today, it's very hard. So we don't sell very many Japanese pearls anymore either.
Wow.
They've come by the wayside.
So, are they worth money? Our pearls?
Our
Our own pearls at home?
No, you're not getting a whole lot for your pearls. They're not a popular item right now, and everything is based on popularity. There's no gold content to them, so you can't turn the gold in. It's just finding someone that likes pearls. And pearls, after a number of years, 25 years or so, they start to pick up a yellowish fade to them. So it's a very distinct color difference you see on older pearls.
Yeah.
And most people look at it and they're not interested in that. So you're talking to younger pearls, and people aren't interested in buying pearls, so they're not selling. So there's no resale value in pearls at the moment.
Are people still turning in jewelry for money?
Yes, they are. Because gold hit 2,084 today, which is one of the highest it's been. It was up to 2,400 a couple of days ago. People are bringing jewelry in quite a bit lately to sell off, which we had probably 6, 7 years ago when it hit 1,800, 1,900, which at that time was the highest. Now it's just, we're seeing people every day. We can't keep up with it some days.
Wow,
I have to sell my gold off to keep going, to keep buying gold from other people.
watches. Do people wear watches anymore? That was a big topic on the radio the other day.
Yes. I still wear a watch. I know most people use their phones for
Yeah,
watches.
everything's on that phone.
Yes, but we still sell watches. We don't sell as many as we used to, but we're still selling a couple hundred watches a year. And a lot of them are going back to the 50s and 60s for their style of watches. So they're more of an automatic style watch or a wind-up watch. The quartz watches have been very popular for the last 40 years. But they're still popular. Now they're changing colors from from white to back to yellow again.
Interesting. What about batteries? I know a lot of people when I talk to, they're like, oh, I'm running up to see Dave and Diane to get a new battery in my watch.
We do about 35 watch batteries a day on average. When COVID came, we used to do it before COVID, we did them while you waited. We can't do that anymore because we don't have as many people working. We're working with less people than we used to have. So we ask them to leave them and we try and get them done the same day. And people are bringing in 6, 7, 8 watches at a time. And it takes, 3, 4, 5 minutes to do a watch. So, if you got 8 watches, you got 40, 45 minutes doing a watch.
Yeah.
And a lot of the watches today are the bigger watches, the Invictus, that have a lot of screws in them. So you have to take the screws out of the back, which can be 4. Then you have to take the screws out where the watch battery is at itself, which can be another 2. So you got 6 batteries or 6 screws, and you have to make sure that those little screws don't get lost anywhere because they're a pain to look for.
And they're very tiny.
They're very tiny. I can't see anymore with these glasses. These are reading glasses. I have to wear special glasses so that I can see what I'm doing back there. And the smaller the screws, the stronger the glasses get.
Age has something to do with
Yes,
that.
it does.
I believe that does. So you do a lot of in-house repairs. Is that rare for a jewelry store? Are you a specialty or?
I don't know it's rare. I think all jewelry stores do some type of repair. It's whether they're doing it in-house or whether they're sending it out to me. When we first started, I used to do work for several other jewelry stores. Since the last 20 years, 25 years, I haven't had time to do anyone's but my own. It's an interesting field. There's not many of us left. As they die off or retire, there's fewer and fewer of them. We had a couple of jewelry stores go out of business 2 years ago, and fortunately a lot of them sent their people to us. So our repair business increased quite a bit the last couple of years. I now have one other person that works here with me, Ellen, that helps me do the repairs too, just so we can try and keep up on them. Then we do a lot of custom. I love custom rings, custom pendants, starting it from just showing you a picture of what you described to me, or you show me a picture of what you like. Then I will make what they call a CAD design of it, show you the CAD. Then we ship it off and have it cast. Then the casting is shipped back into me. Then I finish off the ring and set the stones and size it to the size that we need and get it ready to go. That used to be probably 10% of our business, but lately, the last 2 or 3 years, it's probably about 40% of our business now is custom stuff. We're delivering 2 rings tonight, hopefully, or tomorrow, that were custom-made rings, where they came in with their designs, and we put together designs on paper for them and combined 2 different rings that they'd looked at elsewhere that I'm able to make. So that part of it's interesting. I still enjoy that.
That's very interesting, yeah. Oh, I bet you do, yeah. Because you have a specialty,
Yes.
and it's rare that how many people really have all that kind of patience to do that.
Well, if you ask the girls, I have no patience.
All right, okay.
But I do try. Yeah, and it does take patience. It takes time to set the stones. The smaller the stones, the longer it takes me to set them.
Oh, I'm sure.
Some of the 1 millimeter stones are like a needle head, and you can hardly see them, and you have to drill a seat, drill a hole, a seat, what they call it, put the stone in and put the prongs over top of it. And it takes longer to do that than it does anything else because they're so small.
So every day is different here. I'm sure some days you have just lines. I know the one time we got money back from the state. I even forgot what that was. It was the money we got. I had come in here to talk to you about something else. I mean, I think you had like a line out the door. I think people were bringing in the money that they got to spend it on jewelry because it was a gift.
After COVID, we did really well. People had money that they had saved for vacations. They couldn't go out of the country. They couldn't really go anywhere. So they were buying something. They were coming in and buying jewelry. We saw an increase in our our sales drastically after COVID. And it was very nice. And it's dwindled off, but we still have people that get their refund checks from the IRS, and they come in and they'll pick out something ahead of time and knowing what they're going to get, and when they come in and get with their check, they pick it up. So yeah, we still see a lot of that.
So what did happen during COVID? I mean, because you were closed.
We were closed for 2.5 months.
Yeah.
That's when we realized that we didn't want to retire because we couldn't stand each other, to be home all day. So we say that we're semi-retired. We're open Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, 11 to 6. Saturdays, 11 to 2, and we're closed Sunday, Monday, and Tuesdays. So we say we're working 3.5 days, and we're off 3.5 days.
Very good. Well deserved. Well
well,
deserved.
We're in our 70s, so
Yeah.
we don't want to close up just yet. We want to stick around.
Yeah.
But
Well, we don't
afford
want you
work
to
all-
close up.
Can't afford to work all those long days anymore. And we used to work 6 days and 7 days a week all the time. And I don't even know how we did it now.
Well, don't forget, you were younger.
I was 20 years younger.
Yeah, and you can do it. But then the cycle of life changes and your body changes, and
Yes, it does.
so you have to slow it down. Okay, Dave, we're going to take a quick break, and then we're going to come back and we're going to hear more about the jewelry world.
Sounds good. Look forward to it.
My mother was always very familiar with her neighborhood, but one day she stopped at the stop sign for much longer than usual. And she didn't know whether she should go forward or turn, and she wasn't even really sure where she was at. It was very unsettling for her.
I felt so much better after my son told me, "Mom, I don't want you to worry or be afraid. I'll be there for you and we'll figure it out."
With Julia's autism, loud sounds can be too much.
But she still loves to make music.
Yeah.
Play band.
Early screening for autism can make a lifetime of difference. Find out more at screenforautism.org.
Welcome back to Golden Years. I am at Wiant Jewelers here in Brunswick, and I'm interviewing Dave, the owner, and Diane is running around somewhere where she's also owner with Dave. They have been in Brunswick for 38 years. So he is giving us quite an education on jewelry, what to buy, what's hot, make sure you know what you're buying, and he does specialty items too. So take a look.
You know, you said about what you buy. We just had a customer, obviously he's not our customer, but he was someone that was buying a diamond online. And it was a very expensive diamond. And he wanted me to tell him if he got what he paid for. And I said, I can't do that. And it's just too hard. With the lab diamonds out there, we don't even want to take in anyone else's diamond unless it's already mounted up. I'll set my diamonds day in, day out. I'll sell you a diamond, but if you're buying a diamond from somewhere else, we're not really interested in selling it right now because it's so hard to tell the difference between the lab and the diamonds being mined from the ground. And if it's not the right stone, they charge you, if you're buying online, usually a 10% restocking fee. So this guy, it was an expensive stone. It was going to cost him several $1,000s to return the stone that didn't match the certificate that they gave him with it.
Oh my goodness.
And they're saying that the one they have, they think matches, and that I'm not the one that knows what I'm doing. So that's why we try and stay out of those situations. But you know, so many times when you're buying stuff and it's expensive online, you have no recourse but to return it, and you're going to pay a penalty for returning it. And sometimes we think they send out the wrong stone just purposely, just so you return it, and they charge you 10%, and they send you out the right stone the second time. So they made a whole lot of money on this one stone.
Wow.
And
But why? I would have to think twice before I ordered a diamond online.
I would think so. I mean, when we show diamonds, we show you the diamonds. You know, if you're looking for a lab-grown or moissanite or a diamond from the ground, we'll show you different options, different sizes, colors, clarities, and explain it all to you. When you're buying online, you're just assuming that what they're telling you is the correct thing. You can't actually see it until after you pay for it. So after you pay for it, now you find out that, no, it's not a G color. It's probably an I color stone.
Wow.
Well, that could be a difference of $700, $800, $900 between the stone, what you paid for, and what you thought you were getting. So they already made money if you keep it. They're saving money because they sold you a less quality stone for a higher price.
Like scam, kind of?
I don't know if I would say it's scam. I don't know if I can ever say that. So much of it depends on the person doing the grading of the stones. GIA, Geological Institute of America, which I am a graduate of, they tend to be very strict. So as we grade stones, or they grade stones at their laboratories, if they say it's a G color stone SI1, the jewelry industry understands that it's going to be a GSI1 in 99% of the cases. EGL, European Geological Laboratories, on the other hand, if they say it's a GSI1, the diamond industry understands that EGL is a very lax grader. So it's probably going to be an HSI2. So an EGL sorted stone would be less money than a GIA sorted stone, simply because everyone knows that it's not going to be what they say it is in 99% of the cases. Now there's always that 1%, and I had it many years ago, where EGL sorted stone was a certain color and clarity. I showed it, and the guy called me and said, I can't take that stone, I have to have a GIA. I'm going, but Brian, this is the right stone. This matches what they say it is. I gave him some GIA stones that were $4,000 more for that size stone, because it was GIA cert, because GIA is always more expensive. We looked at all the stones together. He had 4 stones to choose from. I mixed them all up and showed him. I said, you pick the one you think has the most fire, the most brilliance, the most color. He spent 5 minutes looking at it. And then at the end, he picked the EGL sorted stone, because that person for that particular day did the right thing. The color and clarity were what he said it was. The cut was right, the proportions were correct, so he did a fantastic job, but they're not known for that. So he got a great deal. He saved $4,000 by buying an EGL sorted stone, which is unusual, but that's the other thing people don't understand is when they're trying to compare certs, even a GIA stone. You can get a GIA stone that has a nice cert to it, but if the cut is incorrect or the proportions are incorrect, it can take a $5,000 stone and make a $3,000 stone because the cuts are all incorrect. The average person doesn't understand that. I have to spend a few minutes looking at to see what the cuts are and what they're supposed to be, then I can compare them back to what it should be, and we go from there. When you're buying online, you're not getting any of that. You're just buying what the paper says.
Exactly.
And the paper could be right, the paper could be wrong. And if it's wrong, it's going to cost you money.
Plus you can't see it and you can't touch it.
Right, you don't touch it until you pay for it. Where we show them.
Oh, you do?
We show the stones before you buy them. You can come in and look at them, and you can touch them. You can put them in your hand. You can play with them, whatever you want to do. We'll put them in ring mountings for you so you can see what it looks like. So you see what you're actually buying from us.
Exactly.
So there's no unknown.
In fact, my diamond here, my ring is like 50 years old.
It's impossible.
It is impossible. Great-grandmother, whoever. But I lost a diamond, and many years ago, we did get the insurance. Thank you, Jesus. I came in here, we didn't buy it from you because we didn't even know you back in the day. I mean, I had the insurance. I mean, you guys replaced it. But you guys brought out all these diamonds and said, this is this kind, this is this kind. Clarity, sparkly. I mean, your girls were wonderful. So kudos to you guys, because you take the time to spend with the people.
If you're going to spend a lot of money, I want someone to spend time with me. So if you're spending it, I want to come out and make sure you get what you want. Like I said, we've been very supportive of Brunswick, and Brunswick has supported us for 38 years. But I think it's because we try and take that extra step to show people what we're doing for them. And this is how it's going to work. This is what you need to make it work right. We don't try and cover anything up. We want them to know what they're getting. And I got to admit, I'm not perfect. I've made a number of people mad.
It happens. It happens.
It happens.
Somehow it does.
But we try and, even if we do something wrong, come back to us. We'll try and correct it for you. We'll do everything in our power to make you happy, because we want you to talk about us outside of here and send us to customers so we can keep staying here in business and growing. And the people in our community have done that. I mean, on Facebook and other Instagram stuff, they've showed great support for us and recommended us to a lot of people. And we appreciate that.
Just like one bad comment can spread a lot of ugliness around.
Yes, it does.
A wonderful comment will just, bring you many, many people. You were talking about batteries, and I'm thinking in the back of my mind, yesterday Greg and I had an experience. I got his key fob for his van. So I'm assuming that little key fob needs a battery. Can I bring it in here and you can help me through it?
Sure.
Will your batteries maybe fit my key
They will.
fob?
It's
Okay,
a
I'm
3-volt
coming in.
battery. Just bring it in. It's either 1 or 2.
Okay.
But yeah, it's not a problem.
Okay.
We try and do the watch or the car fobs as soon as you're here, because you probably need to get back into your car to go somewhere.
Exactly.
So like a watch, we ask you to leave the watch and we'll get to it in an hour or 2 hours. But the car fobs, we try and do those pretty instantly. Unless the guy says, you know, I have 2 of them, just take this one and when you get to it, fine. But in most cases, they have 1 key fob with them and they need to walk back out with it.
Yeah. Well, I panicked yesterday when we hit it after the doctor's office, and I'm like, it won't open. So then I decided to try the other 2 buttons, and it opened the rear and the side doors. I thought, okay, so I'll bring it in. Well, Dave, you have been very educational today. I'm glad I came here and interviewed you. You're the best kept secret in Brunswick.
Thank you.
So
Well, hopefully we get more out there.
And you have wonderful, wonderful reports. I mean, people rave about you. Go to Wiant Jewelers, and it's been that way for years and years and years because of your support and because of your quality. I mean, you don't sell junk.
No, we try and
you're
look
proud
for-
of what you sell.
Yes. We try and make everything work for whoever's looking for it. So if you have a price range, we try and look for a price range that we can give you. And we don't try and upsell. You know, we're not the stores that if you come in and say, you know, I got $500 to spend, we're going to say, well, you can get this for $1,000. If you got $500, that's what we're going to show you. It's $500.
Yeah.
You know, we want to make you happy, so when you leave, you're going, okay, they give me what I wanted, and I'll come back again.
So are the amount of jewelers dwindling down because everything's at your fingertips? You could order it online?
Yes. And in this area, there was been 3 stores that have 2 stores closed. 1 of them passed away. So there's been 3 closed in the last 2 years. No one to replace them.
Yeah.
So yes, and the mall stores are still out there. They're still doing very well. But you know, the independent jeweler is the backbone of the industry, and there's less and less of them all the time.
All right, so don't retire yet.
No, I'm not. I'll be here.
All right. Thank you so much for watching Golden Years this month, and stop by and see Dave and maybe Diane.
Probably more Diane than Dave. I tend to stay in the back and hide out. Diane spends most of the time up front.
Okay.
She's just hiding in the back today because we're on TV.
All right, see you next month.
Take a look under your bed. Find stuff under there? What about jobs? No? Now try your closet. Still no jobs? Just more stuff? Well, you really have both. See, stuff is defined as household articles considered as a group. Sometimes this stuff is no longer needed. Wait, no longer needed? That can't be right. Because remember those jobs you were looking for? Those are really needed. And they're the stuff inside your stuff. Our job is to unlock those jobs. And it starts when you donate your stuff to your local Goodwill. Here's how we do it. When you donate to Goodwill, we sell your stuff to provide job training for people right here in your community. So just by teaming up with Goodwill, you help create jobs. And isn't that worth parting with the leftover keytar from your 80s cover band? Goodwill. Donate stuff, create jobs.
I don't know why you're so sad. You've got a roof over your head.
You gotta stop with that depressing stuff.
That's what white people think. You alright?
It just feels like it's coming from everywhere.
Do you want to talk about it?
You can talk to me if you're feeling sad.
Whenever you need to talk, I'm here, okay?